Hey huckbets, Skibby here, regarding Nuns from Hell. I'm with you, darling. And with all of you other people who had to suffer that massive amount of hellish experience. But the story I have to tell you needs to be said. When I was 6, I was in a summer Catholic school camp thing in Arizona. And when lunchtime came, we had basically all pretty much brought our own lunch for the situation, and they provided the chocolate milk, which I really appreciate. I still do appreciate the chocolate milk. Right before we were going to start eating our lunch, a nun, oh yeah, a nun, would come in and say to all of the kiddies, if you have whole, eat half. If you have half, eat whole. Okay, I'm a little kid and I'm like, alright. Okay. And she said that every day, right before lunch. If you have whole, eat half. If you have half, eat whole. So, my mom, who had made the sandwich for me, every early morning, would cut the sandwich in half. It was a sandwich and she would cut it in half and I'd bring it and whatever. So, remember one morning, or one, middle of the day, whatever, I had finished my first half and I started eating my second half of the one sandwich. It was one sandwich. And all the kids started looking at me and like, oh my God, what are you doing? Why are you eating your second half? The nun just told you, eat half. I know the point, okay? I know the point. Save for others. Save your food. Exercise restraint. Don't eat everything in front of you. Just have a little bit and save stuff for later. Because waste not, want not. I was freaking hungry. I wanted to eat the crooks. The remainder. I wanted to eat my fucking sandwich. Is that such a crime? And everybody's like, oh no. Sister so-and-so said no. Why are you doing this? And I was like, yeah, you're right. Anyway, so I got home and I told my mother, what happened. And I said, it's like, if you have whole, eat half. If you have half, eat whole. And so you know what she did the next time? She didn't cut my sandwich in half. I think you'll like the second story too. Okay, 2 years later, point is I was in a small little Catholic school in France. So one day we crossed the street from our little Catholic little schoolhouse to go play soccer. Football, which you do in Europe, you don't play soccer, you play football. That's the way it's called. That's the way it should be. Anyway, so we went to play, and when we were done with the recess, a version of what, France had, compared to the US, we were crossing the street back. Apparently somebody had stepped in caca. Shit, doo-doo, Alright, so anyway, the point is that one of us had stepped in caca. There were about 20, 25 of us for the classroom. I can't remember how many people. But here's the deal. The teacher was livid. She was like, if one of you did it, you all suffer. Now look, she said this in French, and I don't remember all my words. Basically, we got back to the room, and we sat back in our seats, and one at a time we had to come to the front of the class in front of her and get ready for the whipping. She spanked us. She spanked every one of us in front of everybody else because somebody had stepped in the caca and she didn't know who, and she was pissed off because somebody had brought the caca back into the classroom and whatever. For those of us who were lucky enough to have shorts on, we got our legs slapped in front of everybody. I had shorts on, so I had my legs slapped. And then I cried and moved on. But I'll never forget, there were a couple girls in the class who had long pants on. And what did she do? She pulled their pants down to administer the slap and traumatized them. I mean, this is, for me, over 30 years ago. Over 30 years, kiddies. And I'm thinking, how many of those girls grew up to be bitter, angry, nun from hell haters because of some other kid in the class who stepped in caca. Just one small, quick defining moment in your life, and then some nun from hell bitch decides to slap you because somebody else